App A, App B. They both do the same thing. If you compare the two, App A has better UI UX, better customer support, better pricing, better everything basically. But App B have better visibility. It's on the first page of App Store search results, and App A isn't. App A may be a better product, but App B will have more views and downloads. All things being equal, App B will be a more profitable business. In this video, I'll be covering App Store optimization, also known as ASO, the science behind giving visibility to your app and converting that visibility into views and downloads. Let me caveat this by saying that App Store optimization is marketing, not product development. It supports a valid app. It's not going to save an app that doesn't work or a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. Of course, marketing and product development should absolutely go hand in hand. I just want to be clear on where this adds value to your project. Why do you need to learn ASO? Dear non-tech founders, say you've created an MVP with a no-code app builder. You're going to want to validate it with real users. You don't want to ask your grandma. Actually, if old ladies are your target demographics, then by all means. Point is, you will need to source authentic users. Second situation, if you're hiring an in-house team and need to evaluate someone's marketing knowledge. In both these cases, you'll need to understand App Store optimization. ASO is not a technical topic. You should know enough to do a decent job yourself or make sure the person you hire knows what they're talking about. And that's all I'm covering, just the basics of ASO for Google Play Store and Apple App Store to get non-tech founders covered on the fundamentals. There are slight difference between Google and Apple, but it's always two main stakeholders. Number one, the algorithms, and number two, users. Before we start, a quick public service announcement from the sponsor of our videos, who has chosen to remain anonymous to hide his incredible wealth. Public service announcement. App stores have a review period. Hey guys, it's me, the sponsor of this video. Again, I'm definitely not Adrian. We look completely different. I actually worked out. You see, Adrian doesn't have this. Anyways, I have something important to tell you. App stores won't let you just publish your app whenever you want. It needs to pass a review period. The official statement says just a few days, but it can be longer. So whatever date you want to launch on, submit the app for review at least 2 weeks beforehand. Better safe than sorry. How do I know all those things? Even though I'm just a video sponsor, Adrian taught me this. He's amazing. His agency is amazing. Subscribe. Okay, bye. What do you mean I don't have biceps? Anyways, two parts, remember? Algorithm first, user second. We'll start with the algorithm. App Store optimization strategies for the algorithm. What you need to remember about algorithms is that their functions is to promote relevant quality apps to users. So your App Store optimization strategy should convince them your app is worth promoting. We do this with keywords, positive user feedback, performance metrics. Let's start with keywords. The specific term is metadata, just in case you ever come across that term. If a user searches for Apple, the algorithm will look for apps that say apple or something related like fruits or pie. As far as we know, the Google Play algorithm looks for keywords from the package ID, the app title, the short and long descriptions, and user reviews. The Apple App Store looks for keywords from the app URL, the app title, the app subtitle, the keyword field. The biggest difference here is that Google scans your description for keywords. Apple doesn't. Instead, they've got a keyword field that's only visible to you. You provide Apple with the keywords you would like your app to rank for. With Google, you just do your thing and they'll see if they like it. What can you do to maximize your keyword usage for either platform? Number one, look up popular competitor apps and see what kind of keywords they're using. Number two, don't repeat keywords. Use a variety provided they're relevant. Number three, don't keyword stuff your product description. Space it out. Number four, you still need to appeal to users. Remember to sound human. And number five, if this is for something serious, consider paying for a keyword tool like AppRadar. If you want to see good keyword usage in action, I recommend checking out Signal's product pages on both app stores. They've used a variety of keywords across their sections and it doesn't read like a boring manual. Of course, Apple won't show you the keyword field, but it's a fair bet that a lot of Signal's keyword will also be used in their description. Next up, we look at reviews and ratings. Positive reviews, negative reviews, and no reviews all tell the algorithm something. Positive and negative reviews are pretty self-explanatory, I think. No reviews can be taken to mean your app is pretty meh, and a competitor with better engagement can overtake you in ranking? We'll stick to Signal. Let's look at their main stats on the Play Store. 3/4 of their 3 million ratings are 5-star reviews. They've got a teeny tiny percentage of people who gave them 1 star. You can't please everyone, and the algorithm knows this. If you have 1 million users and 100 negative reviews, no big deal. If you have 10 users and 11 negative reviews, very big deal. Your app is so bad that somehow even people who haven't used it don't like it. But for MVP validation, you know that's just what you need to do. Not all positive and negative reviews are equal. Some users will say stuff like attractive or unattractive design, which could apply to any app. The best kind of review you can get are ones that validate your USP, unique selling point. In the case of Signal, they claim to offer secure messaging, so this is what they want to see. Those underlying parts are great because it contributes towards ASO from the algorithm. It's not you saying you're good at something, here's a real-life user verifying it. This also means the opposite is true. A review that criticizes your app's ability to deliver what it promises is very damaging. As publishers and developers, focus on delivering great UX through an intuitive and attractive UI. Really understand your user's journey, because then you can be strategic about when to ask for a review. This is actually quite a bit less to do with marketing and more to do with product development. The two really do go hand in hand. If you want reviews, you need to ask for them. If you want positive review, choose when to ask wisely. You've experienced those annoying pop-ups on apps asking you to review and rate them. They're like mosquitoes. And you know what we do to mosquitoes, right? Wait until users have had a positive experience with your app. After they're done making a purchase, gotten off a call, read 3 articles, open a mystery prize that gives them 10 billion coins. Just don't interrupt them while they're getting done. Also, space out your requests. Don't ask them every time. It gets irritating fast. If you have ever browsed Reddit's website on mobile, you know they are relentless about asking you to download the app. I literally have to hit not now on every single page. Thing is, I'm on Reddit a lot. I think I would find the app useful, but I'm never downloading it just because I hate how Reddit puts advertising above my user experience. And I'm not alone. Okay, now I'm done. Come back here. See, you just have to know when to catch people in a good mood. Of course, some people are never in a good mood. So, be prepared to handle negative reviews gracefully. Your app could cure cancer. Someone will still find something to complain about. Don't ignore those people. Reasonable or not, their emotions are valid. Also, your app is new, and every review carries more weightage. So respond to all of them, especially unhappy ones. Apologize for negative experiences, mention that bugs are being patched, address requests for features. If you want to be a successful founder, you need to be responsive and care about users. Make them feel heard and appreciated. Turn critics into your most vocal supporters. Converting a low rating into a higher one has been proven to boost your user conversion rate like crazy. Okay, that wraps up rating and reviews. It's more straightforward than keywords, I think. Just make sure you ask users for a review at the right time and address negative feedbacks. That brings us to performance metrics for App Store optimization. ASO for the algorithm doesn't stop once a user downloads and starts using your app. It's just begun. In fact, it never ends. The algorithm will now monitor how well your app performs. Things it measures include stability, how prone is your app to crashing and where, rendering time, how fast does it take to load the interface, energy drain, how power hungry is your app compared to competitors, startup time, how long does it take for your app to go from closed to running, permission, how keen are users on granting you access to their devices and data. For Google, this can be accessed via their Play console, and for Apple, head to their app analytics via App Store Connect. You need to check your stats regularly at first because there will always be bugs and you need to address them quickly. Past that point, always make sure your app's performance performs at and above benchmarks, especially as the user base grows and your puny little no-code app gets stretched to its limits. Sorry, elitist developer side speaking here. Everything we've seen so far tells us how to speak to the algorithm. Hey algorithm, I'm an app and I'm really good at providing a certain service. And the algorithm is like, prove it. So I go, look at these keywords I'm linked to. Look at my rave reviews. Look at my 0 crash rate. I'm legit, bro. And the algorithm is like, okay, pretty good. I'll recommend you to my millions of customers. You've won over the machine. Now, for the humans. App Store optimization strategies for user conversion. At this point, your app appears at the top when there's a relevant search. But it's not the only option. There will be competition. You need to use every visual and text-based trick to convince the right kind of users to visit your app's product page and download it. There are slight differences between stores, but here are the ones you need to focus on for both. App icon, screenshots, video, and description. Let's start with app icon. Your icon alone should give an indication of what your app offers. Let's look at Signal's icon in isolation. Judging from the speech bubble, we can guess it's a messaging app. Now, let's put it next to WhatsApp. They've both got speech bubbles, so they're both definitely messengers. From there, the design differences are cues. WhatsApp has a phone. It's telling users, hey, I can help you make phone calls. Signal has a line around it to represent a layer of protection. Hey, I provide security for your messages. Look at the icon and the title as a whole. They fit. I have to say, I do think it could have been done better. I think on iconography alone, something like SafeSwiss does a better job of communicating protection. But hey, Signal's icon is different enough to convince people, and that's all it has to do. Screenshots. Let's look at Signal's screenshots from the Play Store. Here's what's good about them. Number one, they use Signal's brand color. Number two, the screenshot is accompanied by clear and concise copy. Signal's 5 screenshots plus the accompanying copy clearly show and tell users what they can expect to get out of the app. Plus, it's a chance to show their user interface in action. Signal only targets phone users, so they only need phone-sized screenshots. If your app is also optimized for tablets, include a couple of screenshots from a wider screen. Do I need a promo video? Short answer, if you have to ask, probably not. Longer answer, good quality video content is expensive and time-consuming to produce. Evaluate what a video can communicate to your users that screenshots alone cannot. Signal doesn't have a video. They're doing fine. Are screenshots not enough to clearly capture what your app offers? Does your app contain video elements that are crucial to the UX? If you have a case for a promo video, make sure you set aside enough resources to execute it well. And that's it. We'll recap everything now, but first, holy crap, that was a long one. When you have been doing it for so long, you don't notice how much actual work actually goes into it. Editor, can I have a cup of coffee, please? Thank you. ASO strategies for algorithms takeaways. Level up your keyword game by doing research or paying for a tool. Plan when to ask users for reviews, respond to negative reviews to convert them into supporters, monitor your app's vital performance metrics. ASO strategies for users takeaway. All assets here must be pleasing to the eye and consistent with your branding. Your icon alone should give an indication of what your app offers. Your screenshots should show users key value propositions. Include some copy to clarify what users are seeing. Video is not always necessary. Again, these are basics of ASO. These are things you definitely need to know and need to do if you want your app to appear on anyone's radar. ASO is a rabbit hole. You can go way deeper than this into things like A/B testing and localized keyword optimization. Here's my advice. All knowledge is useless until you need it. Right now, you don't need it. As a non-tech founder, you're going to be playing a lot of different roles. You need to be a jack of all trades. Get your app optimized in the App and Play Store with these basic principles first. And because I know you've already forgotten, remember to submit your app for review with a 2-week buffer window. Whatever leftover time you have, pour it into product development. Thank me later. Or actually thank me now by subscribing to my channel for more content on app development for non-tech founders. I would like to cover more practical topics like this. Do you think this video was too long or was it an okay length? Would love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to see marketing and product development done simultaneously, check out my story on Alex Turnbull, a non-tech founder who created a highly successful software company with no technical co-founders. Alex made a lot of great decisions and a few bad ones. I learned a lot from studying him, and I think you will too.